my father's son. Let the fuse run. Whoa, let that fuse run. Went off to college, but college done up me. Couldn't get my master's in truth and loyalty. Bang out the buzzword, teaching that blind man to sing. You might get the best of him, but you'll never fool me. Now, sweet talk to beanstalk, tell Jack to go and fetch your bank. Try that and upstate board's a different kind of scene. Went off to college, but college done up me. Couldn't get my master's in truth and loyalty. I said, whoa, light that fuse and run. I say, whoa, I am my father's son. Let the fuse and run. Whoa, let that fuse and run. Whoa, let that fuse and run. Whoa, let that fuse and run. Went off to college, but college done up me. Couldn't get my master's in truth and loyalty. Bang out the buzzword, teaching that blind man to say. You might get the best of him, but you'll never fool me. Now, sweet talk to beanstalk, tell Jack to go and fetch your bank. Try that and upstate board's a different kind of scene. Went off to college, but college done up me. Couldn't get my master's in truth and loyalty. I said, whoa, light that fuse and run. I said, whoa, I am my father's son. Let the fuse and run. Whoa, let that fuse and run. Went up to college, but college done up me.
What is up, 24/7 Buff Fandemonium? It is your boy Swank. It is Tuesday night. It is 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that can only mean one thing. It's time for the K-Gun Report, brought to you by 24/7 Buff Fandemonium and Buff FamBase. We got a great show tonight. We got our dude, Mr. Justus General, joining the panel tonight, and rumor has it, our good friend of the show, ex-Bills linebacker, Buffalo legend, Mr. Mark Maddox, joining us. We're going to get into this Curtis Samuel pickup. We're going to get into what you guys think the needs are right now, position group wise. I'll tell you what, we're going to hit this intro and we're going to get right into it. Yo, here we are on a Tuesday, season 5, episode 2. Wow. We're coming off a crazy season 5 opener, man. 1,500 plus viewers. We're creeping up over 500 right now. Insane, crazy. Keep the questions and the comments and the viewership coming. Share it around, kids. We're having a great time. If you're new to the show, we're a fan first perspective. We like to focus on positive Buffalo Bills vibes and just having a good time. You know what I mean? The captain, the general, if you will, of having a good time is with us right here below me, Mr. Justus General himself from Buff FamBase. What's up, Justus?
What's going on, fellas? Thank you for inviting me. It's always a pleasure to do any content with you guys. You guys are awesome, so I'm glad to be here.
We love you, man. Love having you on. Thanks for making us a part of this network. It's so great to have you on. Right here, next to me up top, my dude, Mr. Scooter Magooter. What's up, Scoot?
What's up, Swank? What's up, Justus? What's up, Jarrod? Buff FamBase, FLX Mafia, 24/7 Buff Pandemonium. Everybody, all the Bills fans out there watching. Welcome to season 5, episode 2. What's the first person someone that's dieting tells you that they're doing is dieting. I do CrossFit. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm drinking some whiskey tonight, keeping it straight, nothing added to it. Cheers, fellas. Let's go, Bills.
I'm dieting by just putting dark liquor into my body. I love that diet, dude. Let me know what it is. Kitty Corner from me is the guy that looks just like the guy that just spoke, but he is a completely different person if you really get to know him. Jerry, what's going on, buddy? Look at your picture. Can we talk about your picture, your audio, how good you look right now?
It's amazing what HD and proper makeup and all that. I have a crew here that helps me out with a lot of things. And finally, I got a laptop now, thanks to Swank. He cleaned one off for me, sent it my way with a camera that helps this all look so nice. And I'm connected right to my modem and all.
Don't go too far, dude. You got far enough. You don't have to go too far into the tech.
And guess what, guys?
Good,
I'm connected, and hopefully I won't be.
Nice joke. That was a good joke.
Doing that tonight.
I just upgraded my.
That was hilarious. That was hilarious. You got me. I was like, did you really just get?
Dude, I don't know if you watched the show last week, Justice, but like it was the saddest thing because it was creeping up like viewers. Right now we're at 744. Big up to you guys. Keep it going, man. And it was like the most it's ever been. And Jarrod is like, we're all excited. And he goes to do a point, and it's like, hey. And he was done. His connection was done. And like he ended up having to get bad stuff. Yeah, it sucked, man. So we felt bad for him. But we got him hooked up now. He's looking good. We're going to get him a new camera here, too.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's all good. Let's see who we got, shall we, in the comments? Because we know the best people. We hang out with the best people. Right here. Mr. John Johns himself saying, hello, Mafia. What's up, John Johns? We got Patrick Hughes. What's up, Mafia? So what do you all want to talk about, bro? We're open books, man. Send us comments. Send us questions. We're hoping that Mr. Mark Maddox, friend of the show, is going to be joining us here shortly. Let's see. We got the beautiful Ellen Lartz saying, what's up, everyone? What's up, Ellen? We got Keely Smith. Hello, everyone. Go Bills. What's up, Keely? Let's see. We got Berto 2 weeks in a row, man. Alberto Rivera Jr., man. Our guy. Been here with us since day one. We got Teresa Hatchell. Did I say that right? I think I said it right. What's up, Teresa? Thanks for hanging out, man. I think you're a new name. We got Paulette Brown.
Welcome.
One of our favorites, Miss Paulette Brown. Hi, my Mafia family. Let's go Buffalo. We got Big Doug. Heck yeah. Happy Tuesday, all. Let's go free agency. We got Cookie in the comments. What's up, Cook? We got Dr. Bruce McKellar. The good doctor is in. If you go to 247buffpandemonium.com/blogs, you can check out the injury report from our resident doctor, Mr. Dr. Bruce McKellar. And he just put up a really great article about Milano's injury and the implications of what it could and could not mean. So go check that out. It's a great read.
There's a lot in the air still with that one.
Hell yeah. We got Chris Christian, K-Gun, 2 exclamation points. Solid comment. I love it. We got Kevin. What's up, Kev? How you doing, brother? Oh, man. You guys are killing it, man. We got Robbie from Let's Talk 716 Sports. What's up, Robbie? He said, Justice, what's up? Go Bills. A lot of love for you in the comments, Justice. Yeah.
My boy, Robbie.
Hell yeah, man. He's the dude. All right, guys. Listen, we got a little bit of housekeeping to get to. Last week, if you were with us, 1,500 plus of you were watching, and it was insane. You guys absolutely killed any numbers we've ever had. It was the most monstrous debut. Scott, you said on Twitter 4K we hit. Yep. As far as you're insane, man. And it's all because you guys. Thank you so much. But we decided once we hit 1,000 that we were going to give away a little people. You got it right there. I'll show the people. Show the people what they can win. Hell nice. Yeah. So if you were on the show last week, then you're all good because your name is going to be on this wheel, which I did have set up, but now it seems like it's messed up. So let me just fix that. Scott, what do you got to say over there? Huh?
Well, I see a lot of questions coming in regarding the Casey Toohill signing that the Buffalo Bills just did.
Yeah.
I can go off that with you for you.
Well, you know what? Why don't you just hold on to that, because I think I got it fixed.
Well, we also have a special guest coming in.
Oh, do we? Well, let's do that then, bro. Yo.
What's going on?
Look at this massive man.
Dude, you guys, I'm like, it's so funny because, well, my mom, she's leaving to go back to Milwaukee to visit family, and her train leaves at 4:00 in the morning, but it's not in Phoenix. It's 2.5 hours up in Flagstaff. Wow. And so she always likes some food, so I'll make her some chicken wings. You know, she just likes fried chicken wings. And so I'm here frying chicken, and I'm like, something's supposed to be happening right now, and I just can't remember what. And I even told Holly before she left, I'm like, don't forget to tell me earlier today. I said, don't forget to tell me I got that thing at 5:00. And she's like, what thing? I'm like, come on, I told you, with Jarrod, Swank, and all those guys. And she's like, oh, okay. She left the house and didn't say a word. Sends me a text, and I'm like, just sends me a text, and I look, and I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, I looked at my messenger for some reason, and I'm like, oh crap.
Oh, I know what it is now.
My favorite is telling me, you got to remind me of that thing. What
got to remind me. I'm like, and my mom, she's going to shoot me if she doesn't get her food before she leaves.
Hey, man, the order of importance goes chicken wings, cake on the plate. Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know who this man is, this is the one, the only Mr. Mark Maddox, friend of the show, great guy. We love him so much. And he was gracious enough to join us for episode 2 of season 5 of the K-Gun. And he's flashing a knife in your camera right now, so don't mess around.
Is it cake? Or no, I'm just kidding.
Is it cake?
He starts cutting the camera.
I can cook and talk. I'm multi-talented.
Wait, are you making wings right now?
Yeah, I made some wings, and now I'm cooking some drumsticks.
Yo,
it's
you guys
actually kind of legendary.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you guys.
Mark Maddox is cooking buffalo wings on your show. That's kind of crazy.
Just end it. This is the last show ever, dude. There's nowhere to go.
Can we just go silent and just listen to him cook?
I just
Mark, I just have one question for you. Do you buy them drumstick and wing attached and cut them yourself, or do you buy them all separate?
It depends on what they have. Today they were separated. I was like, okay, cool, easier to make, and so they were separated already. But you guys got me all confused. I'm not even dropping the food back in the fryer.
Mark, you get that food in the fryer, Swank. I think we got a wheel to spin.
Yeah, we got to give away some stuff here really quick. So last week, Mark, we had a record 1,500 viewerships for our season 1 debut, which was insane. Right now, we're up almost to 1,100, which is, it's just nuts, man. And all you guys are great for it. So we put everybody on a wheel. We're gonna give last year's Little People away. Put her up there, Scott. Yeah, the Shout Little People figurines. And we're going to spin that right now. Spin that wheel. And we have Jay Cullen. Jay Cullen, man, congratulations. Thank you so much for being a part of the K-Gun Report. Throw us a message, man. We'll mail them right out to you. Thanks again. And remember, this could be you. There is a rumor going around that we might have access to some really, really cool gear coming up soon, but I'm not going to say any more than that. I'm just not gonna. But you know us, man. We're good for it. We try to give you guys anything we can all the time. So
rumor has it.
Rumor has it. What's up?
I'm sorry. Real quick. You know what was messed up is as I was about to make the announcement, literally the first thing we were going to give away is a salute to service Dane Jackson jersey signed. And then he gets signed. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So I just want to say that real quick.
Yeah, it's too much.
That's how it works.
Mark, man, I wanted to ask you, because we're going to go over some of these free agent guys and what's coming up in the draft and position needs and all that good stuff. But like, as an ex-player at this time in mid-March, what was it like as a player for you during the offseason at this time?
I hope I had a job.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, man, hey, that's serious. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it always was the hope that you had a job and that you were signed before any of this. I had 1 year where I think it was after my 5th year, or 3 years. So it was after my 2nd year, I was able to shop around, at that point in time. And, but being a small kid from a small school and everything, it wasn't, the greatest opportunity for me. I was just hoping the Bills would re-sign me, or someone would say, hey, we have interest in this guy, let us try him out. But the Bills actually stayed in pretty good contact with my agent, and I actually ended up traveling to Green Bay. And after I went to Green Bay, that's when the Bills actually ended up signing me right after that. So,
wow.
So that helped for me. But at that point in time, I wasn't making a lot of money. So it was kind of like an easy decision for him, because I wasn't breaking the bank or anything like that. And just today, it's so crazy because these guys are, the money is just, teams don't have it. They're so leveraged out that they have to start restructuring contracts just so they can get guys and keep guys, and when you can't keep all the talent, so you got to figure a way to somehow manage it and make it right, because we lost some good guys,
Yeah, that's the truth.
So I got a follow up for that. We got a question coming from the Finger Lakes Mafia. We put out the post that you guys were going to be on and had some questions come in. And from our sister page, the FLX Mafia, I have, hey, Mark, it's free agency time. How did you handle free agency when you went from Buffalo to the Cardinals? How did you adjust?
That for me was, that,
Carrie,
and
Carrie Wilson said that. Thank you.
Hi, Carrie. Like I told you guys a story. At that point in time in my career, I hated football.
Yeah.
I hated football, and I hated primarily one guy, who was in an organization who I felt did me dirty. And, so I had no love for the game. And, I respected Ted Cottrell, who was my defensive coordinator. And I think, he was the linebacker coach, but I respected him because he told me how he felt about me and what he wished and what he needed and what he wanted. And it didn't work out that way. So I ended up, getting a call from Arizona because Bob Ferguson, who was with the Bills at that point before, early in my career, was with the Cardinals. And so he wanted me to come out and compete with a kid by the name of Ronnie McKinnon, to have an opportunity to play. And I came out. Ronnie's a good linebacker. I give him all the credit in the world. I don't mind sitting behind someone who's better than me, and I consider him, I consider it as pretty equal, but he was good and he deserved to start, and he had been in the system and everything like that. And it was their guy. And, but the way the coaches treated me made me feel, welcome, wanted, whether I was a short down linebacker or red zone linebacker or whatever, they expressed that need for me and stuff like that. So, but that's the only team that I actually visited in my transition from Buffalo to Arizona. But now after my contract up with Arizona, it was the same thing. I visited a couple teams, but that was just coaches trying to get me in, and it was a little difficult, but it's always one of those things. You don't know if you're going to have a job or not. So it kind of weighs on you, but you just have to have faith in what you can do. And hopefully that a team sees that and gives you that opportunity.
Yeah, for sure, man. I can't imagine like just living like year to year like that, or week to week, or however it goes. But like, that's the reality.
When that off season starts, you don't know if you're going to get picked up or if you're not going to get picked up. And it just goes, you just have to, got to pray and have a plan if it doesn't happen.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and stay fit too. You can't just go and work and
Exactly.
figure something out. You got to work out and make sure you don't lose a step.
Yeah, you got to continue to do the things that got you where you were and try to get ahead.
We have a really important question coming in from Facebook from my guy, Uncle James, and he says, get Mark's chicken wing sauce recipe.
Yeah, for sure.
These are going to be just fried because my mom just wants them fried.
Oh, so she don't dip it or anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so she's going to be on the train for a while, so she just wants some.
In other words, it's a secret recipe.
Yeah, he's divulging that to 1,300 people right now.
And all of that other
There's nothing
stuff,
special with this.
I can't tell you.
When all else fails, hot sauce, red pepper flakes, and butter, just throw it in there. You got yourself a house sauce.
Oh, I just got a text from Mark that said, stop talking about my wing sauce recipe. That's crazy.
Mark, your personal preference, you dipping that in ranch or blue cheese or nothing?
Listen, I'm going to tell, and I tell people this all the time. I'm like, listen, if I get wings and I want them hot, I want them hot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need blue cheese to cool them off. I don't need anything else. I want them the way I want them. So exactly. I'm one of those guys where I don't add anything to it. Yeah, now I may throw some.
Eat them the way God intended. Plain.
Exactly.
Yes, agreed.
Enjoy that flavor.
Exactly.
Oh, they're too hot. I need this. Oh, okay, then. I'm sorry. You're wrong.
Mild for you next time, then.
Exactly.
Yo, I don't know if I did this, and I apologize, but Justus, have you met Mark before?
I actually haven't. I'm like sitting here starstruck.
I'm so sorry, man. I'm so
starstruck.
Mark, this is our guy, Justus General. He's the head of the Buff fan base. He brought us on the network, and he is the guy. So we wanted to bring him on to meet you and hang out. Yeah.
Nice to meet you, man.
Yeah, you too, buddy. You too. There are a couple good guys on here.
They are.
Yeah, me and Scott are pretty good.
Guys.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. So some news came through, and guys, you guys are killing it in the comments. We have 1362 watching right now. Insane. Absolutely killing it. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Build the base, baby.
Hell yeah. Build the base. Hey, listen, we're part of the Buff Fan Base Network, so please go follow on all the socials. As part of that, we are sponsored by 26 Shirts. Go to 26shirts.com. Del Reed and the gang got all sorts of great stuff cooking up over there. Give them all their money. I promise they'll do better stuff with it than what you're doing with it right now. You'll get some great gear. It's a win-win. You'll help a family in Western New York. It's a beautiful thing. So go check out 26shirts.com. We did have some signings here in the last couple of days since last week when we were on the air. I want to skip ahead to a couple that happened here between yesterday and today. The Bills extended Mr. Terrence Johnson. Can we talk about this? This is the best, I'll say it, the best nickel corner in the game right now. And he's here for another 3 years. Justus, I'm going to throw it to you, brother. What do you think about this extension, man?
Oh man, that is. I mean, it was inevitable, but it still is like a breath of fresh air. When you look at it, because you look at Teron Johnson, and even last year, you had Jordan and Mike kind of telling him, like, this is your defense. You're the leader. We go where you lead us, and so to see him take that next step was really encouraging because we're going to lose those guys this year. So we really need them to absolutely step up this season.
Yeah.
But I think he can do it. He's obviously got the talent. He's got the experience now. He is responsible for maybe the biggest play in Buffalo Bills postseason history.
Hell yeah.
Just like a single individual play, it might be like the most important one that we've ever had. And it came at a pivotal time. And ever since that play, he's just been lights out. Basically being a linebacker, still being able to cover like a corner, having the awareness of a safety. He's just a Swiss Army knife, man. Teron Johnson is one of the best football players in the league, and I'm glad to have him back for 3 more seasons.
Hell yeah. It looked like Mark liked what you were saying right there, man. What do you think about this, Mark?
Well, yeah, anytime, the whole key is you want to keep your team together. You want to keep the guys that you have together as much as you can. And you add to that mix. And, like last year, picking up Floyd was adding to the mix, and it added way more than they ever thought it would.
Mhm.
Okay. But when you can do that, I don't want my computer to die. Be talking to me like boop, gone. Okay.
Look like
Jared,
Jarrod
Jared
last
did that
week.
last week, Mike, so don't worry.
Been there, man.
But when you can retain, it's like what was they were saying before. It's like you look at a team like Green Bay, you look at the Packers. The Packers build from within first and foremost. And so, I mean, that is, they don't have a lot of free agent guys that come in and just join their team. These are guys off the roster. They're not picking up a lot of guys in the offseason, and so when you can build your team from the inside, that cohesion, just the camaraderie and keeping everybody together makes you so much better. And so, yeah, I do like that choice that they were able to keep him for 3 years, because you want to try to keep your guys, but sometimes, like we lose Davis because of money, they can't give him that much in Buffalo. They can't, so
I want to touch on that in a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you think, I just thought about this when you were talking about that, and from a player's perspective on this, like keeping a guy like Teron Johnson, to me, was like more important because you lost guys like Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer and people that had been staples on this side.
It is. That's true. You can't just lose everyone and expect the same results that you've been getting. So you have to continue what's there and build on it. It's just like I was trying to tell someone, like when the Bills lost Shane Conlon and Carlton Bailey, they built from within. They used me and Marcus Patton. Marcus had been starting at outside, and they moved him inside. And I started a few games that year and didn't disappoint them. So they were like, hey, we have something. We can let these guys go and we can build from within. We don't have to go outside to find someone to come in, and see if they mesh with the team or not. We already know these guys. We already know what these guys can do. And so it's one of those things that a GM has to think about. When they're making these choices, they have to decide, how are we going to build this team? That's why they do the draft. The draft is for not this year, it's for years down the line. They want to get guys and make sure those guys stay. When you pick up a 9th round guy, will this guy be able to contribute in 2-3 years? We're not paying him that much. He's going to be around. What is he going to do? Where do we see him? So especially now with 7 rounds, they're looking at these late round guys and saying, where is this guy going to help us down the line? How can he help us down the line? Look at Terrell Bernard. What round was he? You guys know?
3rd.
Don't ask me.
Bernard was 3rd or 4th.
I want to say it was 3rd.
Okay.
3rd or 4th.
But you didn't see anything from him in the first few years. And then he comes in and he plays lights out.
Yeah.
Well, pretty much lights out. I still have
lucky there.
I still have some grading on him,
some reservations.
But he came in and he did his job.
What are your qualifications to grade somebody on a linebacker? I'm just wondering.
What are mine? I don't really. I just look. I'm like one of those guys that look and say, "Oh, you missed him! How dare you? Didn't you know you should have tackled him?
How dare you?
You put a finger on him.
Third round.
Yeah.
3rd round.
You put a finger on him. Tackle him.
Get him.
It's nice to know that you guys think the same way we do when we're sitting on our couches.
Tackle him, damn it.
I'm like,
tackle Derrick Henry, man.
I'm like, that's exactly what I was about to say. If Derrick Henry running 20 miles an hour at you and you get an arm on him, you're lucky you don't break your arm.
Yeah.
Snap your arm off. Oh, hey, Derrick, see ya. Can I get my arm back when you score?
Hopefully you played him smart and you knocked the ball out of his hands like a certain linebacker that we know went against Jerome Bettis.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like I said, it's one of those things it's fun to talk about it, but it's fun when I see some comments of what people say and stuff like that. And I just shake my head. I shake my head because I'm like, if you only knew what was going on at that point in time, they're professionals. And when you got a professional on offense and a professional on defense, you got a linebacker. And like I said, the reason I like Bernard is because he's small or he's undersized. Okay. And the one thing I like about him is that he does have speed. He can get to the ball. I like that. Where I grade him really harsh is his physicality. He doesn't go up and just blast someone in the mouth.
Yeah.
And plays off a little bit safe.
he's almost like a bigger safety, really.
Right.
Yeah.
He plays more like a safety.
Right. And so that's where, like, I know with me and Marcus, Shane, Carlton, any of the guys that we had at linebacker, I don't care if you weigh 220 or if you weigh 260. If there was a lineman coming at you, you put your chin up under him and you tried to bash him as hard as you could back into the line of scrimmage. Hit, shed, and separate. You know, that's what we were taught. That's what we did. And they don't really do that today. And I can understand because it's more like a passing league at times, they say. But, you know, the guys get physical, but it's not as physical as it was back in the day because, you know, everybody's trying to play off and, you know, and not really get that collision and contact and have gap control, you know, taking gaps more now than they did back then.
Right. It's more of a race now. It's like who can get to the spot quicker, who can get past that lineman quicker to get in the backfield for the tackle for loss.
Right.
You know, you can get a tackle for loss one play and a 5-yard gain the next. If you just met the guy at the line of scrimmage and had 0 and 0-yard gains, it works out a lot better for you.
Oh, yeah, it does. It works out a whole heck of a lot better. So
awesome. Well, hey, guys, listen, we're halfway through the show right now. 1,636 viewers. We have already surpassed last week's record-setting 1526. You guys are absolutely killing it. We're going to give something away again next week. Thank you so much for killing our numbers. I mean, what else would you expect when you have a panel like this with Mark, Maddox, and Justus General? What do you got, Mark?
how about you give away a Maddox jersey? I have one. I'll send one out.
Hey, all right, there you go. We're giving away a Mark Maddox jersey.
I love it.
Hell yeah. Thank
let
you
me go
so
tell
much,
Twitter.
Mark.
Well, that's the comics coming
Get in
out.
here. Get in here and win you a jersey.
Mark, I want to jump on your comment about how you just keep bringing back people within. The social media world is more on the disgusted side that we keep bringing back people that we already had. They rather have new people, but you're absolutely right. The camaraderie, the team building, they know each other. That's huge. And not for nothing, but for the last 4 years, our Bills went 11-6, 13-3, 11-6, 13-3. They're winning. So why wouldn't you want to bring that formula back a little bit with the players who've already been winning with us?
You do. And it comes down to there's so much behind the scenes that people really don't truly understand, when it comes to the program or to an NFL team. They understand it because they're in it and they see it every day. Okay. The GMs know what works and what don't work. You know that if you're just going to go get a bunch of random guys to come in, I don't care how superstar they are, they may not mesh. They may not, just be the right. They may not fit in the system. They may not fit in the program. You already brought guys in according to your program and what you like to do. It's like, what did we pick up? A guy from the Commanders, defensive end from the Commanders.
Mm-hmm.
He has to fit a certain mold for the team and the defensive needs. Okay. And if let's say he fits that mold, but will he fit when he get here? Every team has a mold of what they want to accomplish and how they want to build that offense. So they put that mold together and this is what we need. Okay. So we got to find a player like this. Like I was telling someone said, we do need a receiver. And I'm like, we need a number 2 receiver. Okay. But whoever they get as a number 2 receiver really needs to think like a number 1 receiver or who can fit the role of a number 1 receiver because of how they cover digs. Okay. And so they're going to look from an offensive standpoint of a guy who can come in and do that. Okay. Davis was that guy. He was doing that. He may not have made all the catches or anything like that, but he knew that he had to really step up and play as if he was the number 1 receiver, even though it was Diggs, based on how teams covered and stuff like that. So, shoot someone.
Absolutely. No, absolutely, man. I mean, I think that's the whole game. I heard an interesting thing on WGR this morning where they were trying to figure out a scenario where Ayuk could possibly come to Buffalo, which would be my dream sign for like a number 2 that could possibly take over for Diggs as a number 1 in the next couple of years. And I heard that Jacksonville got offered from the 49ers. They said, we'll take your first round and we'll take Zay Jones and we'll send you Ayuk. And Jacksonville turned it down.
What?
Yes. Yeah. And I was like, I would do that all day. I would do that. God, name a wide receiver we have on our court like right now that's not Stephon Diggs. You know what I mean? Like
a little Shakir.
I love Shakir. I love him. But would you trade him in a first Ryuk right now?
No.
It's an $18 million turnaround. I would probably guess.
And that's the big thing is like the money, right? So I don't know. It was just an interesting concept.
Yeah, but if you're Jacksonville,
yeah, dude, what do you got to lose?
I mean, yeah.
What do you have to lose? I think the biggest
what they were able to do. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, man.
I was just gonna say, like, look what they were able to do when Trevor Lawrence was on.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Calvin Ridley, they torched us. That's for damn sure. So I have to believe that you give him more weapons, and your dividends only increase.
Yeah.
I mean, look, man, I was rooting for Zay. He's the most college catches in NCAA history, if I'm not mistaken.
Never had a drop.
I wanted him to be good so bad, and somehow he ended up being good in Jacksonville. So if you could make him good in that system, I have to believe that Brandon Ayuk becomes a uber duper superstar in that system.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. But speaking of wide receivers that we actually did sign, Mr. Curtis Samuel's been signed since the last time we were on the air last Tuesday. Scooter Magooter, man, I want to get your take on this. What do you think about this guy coming in as a number 2?
I think that's what he is right now. He's definitely the number 2. The guy, unfortunately, has seen a new quarterback every year he's been in the league. Cam Newton, Kyle Allen. He's seen Sam Howell. We can go down the list. But he is 27 years old. Some would say that that's a prime for a wide receiver about that age. He's a 4.31. That's what he ran. He probably runs higher 4.3s now that he's a little older. But he's a guy that can stretch the field. He knows the route tree. He's had a lot of experience as wide receiver number 2. And I think he could do that. He, in 2020, played under a Joe Brady coached offense. And Joe Brady ran the ball 40 times with him. So I think this is a toy that Joe Brady's absolutely going to love, chomping at a bit to give him. And to get him for 3 years, $30 million at $10 million a year, that's a steal when it comes to wide receiver number 2s in the league nowadays. So we would have paid 16 for Gabe Davis. So I think increased pass percentage, catch rate, better route runner. I think everything is an addition with this Curtis Samuel pickup. And I think Joe Brady and Josh Allen is going to benefit from the most because we're going to see that screen come back. We're going to see that the reverse come back. We're going to see a lot of that offense that we didn't see last year present itself, or at least pretend to present itself where they have to defend something else. It's all about disguise sometimes, and Samuel does a great job at that.
Yeah,
I mean, really, when it comes to receivers, not to cut you off and stuff like that, but it is, you really truly, you need you do need a receiver who comes into your program who can understand your system and what you're trying to do and trying to accomplish. You really need that, but you really need someone who good feet, who can run, like you said, the route tree or the different things that they try to do, and can hit the marks in timing, because it's so critical for the timing, especially with quarterbacks and receivers. It's not all about, oh, well, the quarterback knows to throw the ball when he's here and there, but you need to know that receiver in like, ooh, he sees this guy. I know he's going to cut. He knows I know he's going to cut. He cuts, and then the ball's right there in his hands, so it's getting that. That's going to be critical.
I mean, look what they did with John Brown and how effective he was with that speed. A lot of those deep comeback routes, the in comeback routes, it was all timing. And with a guy that can run the 4.3, low 4.4 routes, you're going to see a lot more timing passes out of Josh Allen when it comes to Curtis Samuel, which will make that defense struggle even more, drop the safeties more to try to cover them, and then we can go up top with that speed.
Yeah, I was about. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Justus.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say the same thing. Scott actually touched on it. I'm like Heineke, Bridgewater, Kyle Allen. Like, stop me when you hear a good quarterback. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, you look at it, and then you go from Taylor Heineke and Sam Howell to maybe the most talented quarterback in the world right now. And so that is a given that he's going to increase in production. Not only that, but you have to take a look at it. And Cole Beasley had a very good career before he came to Buffalo. Had his best season in Buffalo. John Brown, decent wide receiver before he came to Buffalo. Had his best receiver in Buffalo. Stephon Diggs solidified himself as a star receiver before he came to Buffalo. Had his best years in Buffalo. You know, all these guys come and they get around Josh Allen and they just get better. They play better. They're put in better positions to succeed, especially when you consider that 17 just puts up the gaudy numbers that he does. They're going to be recipients of that. So you have Curtis Samuel come in, and I tend to agree with you, Scott. I do think he is our number 2 receiver, but I still would like us to draft a guy, you know, in the first round, second round, something like that. And then you have an abundance of weapons because you look at it and you got Diggs, you got Cook, who has solidified himself as a star running back in this league. You got Dalton Kincaid, who's you know taking the next step. Dawson Knox. Curtis Samuel is your 4th-ish, 5th-ish option, which is insane. And that's not even, you know, counting the rookie that comes in, because if you bring in a Brian Thomas Jr. or a Keon Coleman or any of those guys, really, it just makes our offense look that much more lethal. So, I mean, you know, people kind of knock on this type of deal, but Curtis Samuel became a great gadget guy because his quarterback sucked. So now if you have a great gadget guy and then you have a quarterback that can put it on you 45 yards down the field, it just, you know, it kind of unlocks his true potential. And I think that will help block the true potential of this offense.
He had Cam Newton as a rookie, and obviously as a rookie, you don't get that many opportunities. So I don't think they knew what to do with him at that point. So he did have a good quarterback, but get someone that can catches his rookie season. Yeah, you could do that. Someone that does that RPO offense that's able to use him as a running back or out of the backfield like Josh Allen. That becomes very dangerous, and we haven't seen Samuel's ceiling yet, I don't think, because now he actually is on a team with a great quarterback.
Right. I agree with that.
Yeah, and with the offense that you have this many weapons on, it's going to be more of productivity and percentage of catches. He had 60 catches. He averages about 70% catch rate last 2 seasons, over 60 receptions, about 600 yards. So he makes the best of his opportunities. And Justus, you said he's a gadget man because he had quarterbacks that sucked. Well, now that we know that we can use him as a gadget, we have a quarterback that can run too. So now who are you going to keep an eye on when you see a guy coming in doing that sweep, right? So it's just, I think, a couple years ago, we said, what's a successful season for Dawson Knox? It's not how many catches, it's percentage.
Yep.
And with Curtis Samuel, it's going to be his numbers, his percentage of success is going to be what determines a good season or not. And I think it's going to be a good one.
You better get on that jugs machine because he's never had these missiles come at him.
I will say that his bar is low, though, because I mean, I think that Gabe is an extremely talented receiver, but I don't think he had the greatest year last year. So I think that I think, you know, kind of what Jarrod was saying, as long as he comes in is consistent and is reliable. If he's reliable, it'd be a good season. It'd be a good year.
I want to just touch really fast because last week we talked about this, where Gabe Davis was not a bad wide receiver 2, statistically not a bad wide receiver 2. He had very good seasons in Buffalo. But this is where the bar is set right now. This is what we want. There are good players on this team that are going to get cut because they're not moving the needle that little extra amount to push us over the top of the mountain. So I think Curtis Samuel to me is like very interesting because he's new, he's dynamic, he's had success. And if you have a consistent quarterback like Josh Allen in the league who can make anybody look like a superstar if they catch the ball, like, you're looking for great things right now. Like I really do love it. I love this signing. I did want to just go over Gabe's stats really fast from last year if they'll pop up. But
Gabe had no drops last year, he's an all-pro.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But 746 yards, 7 touchdowns. I mean, for a number 2 wide receiver, I think most of us would take that all day on a regular ass team. I know a Bills team in the drought, we would have took that. Hell yeah, man. That's our number 2.
Hell awesome. Yeah.
You know? But right now it's like, it's just not making the bill, you know? So quite literally. But so I don't know, man. I love this signing. Jerry, I want to hear you chime in on this a little bit here. Also, before we get too much farther, I want to remind everybody we are part of the Buff FamBase Network, so please go follow everything that they do on all social medias. As part of that, sponsored by 26shirts.com. Go to 26shirts.com, buy everything. They got great threads, great deals, help out Western New York families. And I stretch that out because we, gentlemen, have just hit 2,300 live viewers at 8:43 during this episode right now. 2,304
Nice.
right now.
Nice.
So you guys are killing
Swank, you
it.
forgot about our other sponsor,
What's our other sponsor, buddy?
Maddox Wings.
Oh, Maddox Wings. Yeah. The crispier, the better.
Oh, believe me, they're going to be good.
Oh, I bet. Yo, Mark.
2,300. Cheers, guys. That's amazing.
Hell
Keep it
yeah,
up.
man. Congratulations.
Absolutely.
That's really great.
Mark, are we going to be able to maybe see you this fall, you think?
And you will. You will.
Hell
Definitely.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know the date. We talked, me and Holly had talked about the tickets already and getting out there and getting it set up so that nothing, that we can't get sidetracked and have something pop up and be like, oh no. So my mom, you can't be going back to Milwaukee at this point in time. Because it's always something, man.
For you guys that don't know, we host a live kickoff event for the season. It's usually Labor Day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And this year, again, we're going to host it over at Reinvention. Justus, I hope you put it in your calendar.
Will, 100%.
Hell yeah, come out.
Like I like how you're asking all this when there's 2,400 people watching. That's
goddamn
awesome.
right. Listen, marketing is the way to do it right here. So if you want to see these 5 people live in person and have a great time, come on down to Reinvention in Shortsville, New York, because the regular season Rager 4.
Yeah,
fourth annual, man. Insane.
Nice.
We help raise money for the Help One Foundation, which is this amazing man, Mr. Mark Maddox's foundation. And it's a great time. We just have a blast. Lots of live podcasting going on. We got food and Reinvention does a special brew for it every year. It's a great time. So there'll be information coming out periodically about that, but circle it in your calendar.
More than just great food and great stuff. I will have to say, great people, a lot of great people, show up. I met so many people, and like one thing that I do love about the Mafia is that I meet so many people and, we stay in contact. And it's just, to me, it's unbelievable. That phrase that we always hear, but it is so true that, it's like family. Mm-hmm. Mafia means family. It's like family. And I meet these people and I'm still in contact. And, it's all sincere. People aren't just saying, oh, you play for the Bills, I just want to be your friend or anything like that.
No.
And I just want to know who you are and talk football and this and that. People talk to me about life. We talk about things that go on, but coming out there and meeting everyone, it was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
I got to say, man, and I've said it before, but you are so approachable and so just such a great, like, you know how they say, like, don't meet your heroes. Like, that is not true for you, man. You are so gracious and just so easy to talk to and fun. And like, we feel the same way that you feel about us. You know what I mean? I think as a whole, Bills Mafia, just like you're the perfect, like, spokesperson for the player side of that. You know what I mean?
Thanks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I was kind of intimidated coming into this, and
Really?
you were just super, super cool. So I will say I have to echo exactly what Swank says. So.
Yeah.
So Justus, having Mark come to this Reinvention, the Rager 2 years ago, you don't realize how big of a man he is, and the linebacker for the Buffalo Bills. Yeah. And then you say you're intimidated at 6'8", 300 something pounds. It's like, you're a big dude too. I can't wait to meet you too. It's gonna be something else. I think we're all pushing
350.
I think we're all pushing. We're all pushing
You're
like 5'8".
6'10"? 6'10"?
Yeah, Justin's a big
6'10",
dude. Tall dude. I'm going to get a picture of him with his elbow on your shoulder. That's what I want.
So I know people might
we
not
can't
know
get a
what
picture
6'8"
of
to
the Swank
6'10"
because
looks
we
like.
won't see. Go ahead, Jared.
Yeah, 6'8" to 6'10. It's hard to gauge that when you're looking up like this at it, but 6'8" to 6'10 is a huge difference.
Yeah, it gets over 6'2", and I'm like, it doesn't matter how tall you are, dude. You're just enormous.
You're right here.
Yeah, so it's a good time.
Yeah, it is.
Can be like my one buddy. That's just a quick funny story.
Yeah.
I told him I bowl in the league. I told you guys that.
Mm-hmm.
And so one night I wasn't bowling. I get this text message. Hey, Mark, there's a big black guy here about 6'5", 6'7", played in the NFL. Do you know who it is? That's exactly. I said, listen, you racist.
Which one?
I said, listen here, you racist. I don't know every big black guy there is in Chandler.
Well, which is it, 6'5" or 6'7"? I got to narrow it down.
And then the guy was like 6'3".
Oh,
wasn't even
yeah,
6'5".
dude. Wow.
It was pretty funny. I got a good laugh out of that one.
Oh, hell yeah.
Do you know him? Do you know him?
He used to play for the Cardinals. He did play for the Cardinals. I didn't know him. He was like 2017, somewhere in there. And I guess he had like alcohol issues. But anyway,
Chandler Jones.
I had no clue. No, it wasn't Chandler Jones. But I
mean, it kind of fit the description a little bit.
That was quick, man.
Like
that was real
But
quick,
yeah.
Justice.
He's bigger than 6'3".
We did a live podcast with Ruben Brown.
Oh,
You have no idea. I counted it. 13 people thought I was Ruben Brown that night.
wow.
Oh, nice.
How many autographs did you sign, dude? I would have just been signing
Now, I
autographs.
should. I'm gonna sign him next time. Like, yeah, sure.
Like, yeah, no
baby,
problem.
RB.
Who you want me to
Yep.
make it out to?
No, I would have said no because I know Ruben, so I know what he looks like. But I would have told him, no, you guys are wrong. But
John McCarthy says we have an event coming up in 3 weeks with Mark.
oh yeah,
No, I thought you were gonna be like, no.
Bills. No. The out
That
here,
would have been funny.
the Bills Wild West backers have what they call, it's kind of like your Rager, but it's just
Okay.
called Bills Fest. And
Oh, sweet.
There you go.
they rent out the campground at the lake at Lake Pleasant, and people come in from all over and just camp out, hang out, celebrate the Bills on Saturday. Music, food, and everything for everybody. I host a cornhole tournament, and my buddy Bob does the Bloody Marys. I say they were Bob's world's famous Bloody Marys.
Oh,
I think it's just the bacon that everybody likes.
nice.
And so, but yeah, so it's pretty cool. It's going to be April 13th.
Nice. Well, check that out if you're in the area for sure. Thanks for tuning in there, John. Let's see. Paulette Brown says it's a great turnout tonight. So happy for you guys. It's a record. Hell yeah, we're up over 2,500 fellas, and it's still climbing 2,540 right now. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this and sharing and commenting and doing all the good things that you do. Alan said,
And
Mark,
if you leave a comment, right, Swank? If you leave a comment,
Yeah,
you'll
do
be entered to win a chance to win a Mark Maddox jersey.
hell yeah, I posted in the comments, so Mark can't back out of it now, man. It's documented. Copyrighted.
It's documented.
Oh man, we got the best handle I think I've ever seen on Facebook, Nate Nacho.
Nacho.
Dude, he was on last week. He said, "Good stuff, fellas. Go Bills." What's up, Nate? How you doing, brother? Thanks for coming on.
I know Nate. I didn't know Nate until last week. Jared, he actually works with me.
Oh,
Yeah. So welcome, Nate.
is his last
I had
name
no idea.
actually Nacho?
No.
No, well,
Hey guys,
still the best.
what
handle.
do you call cheese that isn't yours?
Is
Nacho
this a
cheese,
dad
bro?
joke? 4 kids. 4 kids got to get some updated dad jokes, man. You just
As long as
roll.
it's not Dave Chappelle.
Right.
You guys know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
You guys haven't seen the Dave Chappelle? You've
Oh.
seen Dave Chappelle show, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You remember the black and the white family? When he went to the white family and the
God,
bacon?
dude. You talk about the wife swap episode.
No, not the wife swap.
Which one are you talking about?
I remember the wife
Chappelle
swap.
Dave Chappelle is actually white in this skit, right?
He's black in the skin.
No,
Okay.
he's the milkman.
He's the milk. He's the
Oh
milkman.
yeah, I do remember that one.
Okay,
That one's
yeah.
so good.
But
Yeah.
wait, have you seen the kid that's like out of Ohio in his last name? Have you guys seen that?
No.
You haven't seen it?
No.
Oh my God. I'm going to send you guys the link.
Please do.
And put it this way. His show was what, 20 years ago?
Yeah.
This is his show today. I
Really.
guarantee
Oh,
when you,
goodness.
yeah,
Alright.
the name? Oh yeah. I'll send you guys the link.
Yeah, I love Chappelle show. It's my shit. Oh man.
That was funny.
Let's see.
And I feel so bad for the people who have no idea what we're talking about, and we won't tell you because
Nope.
Yeah, look it up.
look it up. Look it up.
Look it up.
Oh, I love Dave Chappelle. We watched it every time it was on.
Yeah.
It was
Comedy Central,
he's so good.
It was like
Go on
right before-
Netflix. It's on Netflix. I'm not promoting Netflix, but go on Netflix and
Yo, Netflix,
Check
throw
out the
Mark some
Chappelle
money.
show
What the
and-
hell?
so I'm telling you, this oh my God. I can't believe you guys hadn't seen that.
You know how many episodes just ran through my head when you were trying? I was trying to figure
know,
out which
man.
one. The wife
Oh.
swap. I remember the wife swap one.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Why
Yeah,
so
dude.
funny?
Oh my God. You guys are making me yeah.
Anyway,
Oh.
man,
Oh, my-
Mark's poor mom. Dude. She's gonna get burnt wings.
I
Cheers,
call my
fellas.
I call my daughter Bibble because of Dave Chappelle when he has his alien friend named Bibble.
Mm.
And so her nickname, because her name's a Bella, I would always say Bella or Bell. And I'm like, forget it. Her name is Bibble.
Bibble.
From now on.
That's awesome.
You guys got to watch that episode too. Oh my God, you guys are killing me.
This is what you get at the K-Gun. Mark Maddox frying wings for his mother and talking about Chappelle show. It's my favorite episode ever, by the way. This is amazing.
Keeping it
I've
real.
never laughed on a stream more in my life.
Good. Yeah.
Oh, well, you and 2,600 people, by the way. So keep killing it in the comments, all you guys. This is awesome.
This kid's name is Noah. Oh my God.
We lost Mark, everyone.
He's
We lost
done.
Mark.
You guys did.
We
You
broke
guys
him.
didn't-
Dude, we broke him.
Oh. And I can't believe you guys haven't seen a TikTok about him.
No.
I know we're on it all the time. It's like you think it'd pop
Yeah,
up
we
there.
posted a bunch on there, yeah, but
Oh my God.
oh
What?
man. You guys are killing me.
My laughing muscles are hurting.
Oh my goodness. I missed you guys.
Let's see. Yeah, I
Glad
miss
you're
you
back.
too, man. Hell yeah. We got our boy Jay Franklin in the comments, aka Franklin. What's up, Frank? Man, how you doing, brother?
Hey.
Let's see. We got Paulette saying, "I have a Jim Kelly jersey. Now I want a Maddox jersey." Well, hell yeah, dude. Get it, Paulette. Let's see. So many great people. I think John posted the event in the comments. If you guys are interested in the area, go ahead and check that out. Corey says he can't wait for the draft. Man, it's 8:56 right now. I could do this forever, but I know that we can't.
Check your comments, or check the chat. Check the chat.
Check my chat. I don't want to get into the draft because I feel like we're going to be here until 11 o'clock our time, which is like, I don't know, 4 p.m. your time or something, Mark.
How are the kids doing, first and foremost?
Oh yeah, they're still alive.
There you go. Mine
doing
are
great.
too.
You're doing great.
Listen.
You
With
doing
kids,
something right.
no, they're still alive. So yeah. My kids are little turds. Okay, nothing but turds with me and the family in the house. Complete turds. You get them around other people, they are like totally different. I'm like, how do you know where the garbage can is here, but you don't know where the garbage can is at home? How do you know not to put your shoes by the front door here, but you can do it other places? I find shoes in the bathroom, in the family room, in the playroom,
Yeah,
in the bathroom.
I'm going to go to
They
bat
say-
for your daughter, man, because she was on that show last year. You had her sit in, and she was the most adorable thing I think I've ever seen on the K-Gun Report. So,
You really want to find out? Bella. Come here, Bella.
you want to find out.
Bella.
Don't ruin my image
here.
of her.
Come over here. Over here. Over here. Over here. Come. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna
there's
tell them.
Look at her.
Oh,
Look at her. You
Yeah,
are.
you guys keep having that look on your face. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, who's the boss? That's all you need to know. Go.
Nope.
Go.
No.
I gotta finish. Let me finish.
Mark,
I'll
that's
leave-
how it's supposed to be, though. They say that's how it's supposed to be. They're supposed to, they feel comfortable at home, so they're naughty or turds. But when they're out in public, that's when you know you're doing a good job, is when they're
Oh,
acting
yeah.
in public.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you
yeah.
know you raised them
Yeah.
right.
You look just
Yeah.
like your dad.
Around other people, it's like
Yep.
you wouldn't even know who they are. You know,
Yeah. Oh, man.
the food is ready, Corbin.
What?
The food is ready. I'm gonna fix it in a minute.
Okay.
All right.
Ladies,
Let's wrap this up.
yeah, you got it,
Almost
man.
8 o'clock.
We're
I
at
love that.
2,700 right now, viewership wise. So thank you guys for killing it. What we do here, if
Yeah.
you are new to the K Gun Report, is we'll roll through a
Bye,
final
Bob.
thought from everybody on our panel, and we're gonna start down there with our guest of honor, Mr. Mark Maddox. Mark, thank you again so much for joining us tonight and everything that you do for the show and hanging out and being just a great guy. What do you got for a final thought for us tonight?
Oh, final thought is, the team, I still have all the confidence in the team and, being in the process that him and McDermott are trying to, get going and to continue and hopefully, get us over the hump and to the Super Bowl. Can you stop, please? And get us over the hump to the Super Bowl. The team is one of those teams that, they're very resilient, they work hard and, it's just, ball's just not ending our way. We got to find ways to finish games, and, like I said, I have all the confidence in the world in them. And once they get over that hump and they do make it to where they deserve to be, I do see them pulling through and pulling out a victory for us, because I do believe they are one of the top teams in the AFC, and they should be representing the AFC every year in the AFC Championship game if they can continue to improve and get the right pieces in the mix. I really feel that way. I have all the confidence in the world in this team, whether we have an undersized linebacker and, getting guys from, because they're like, oh, we lost Edmonds. I'm like, I hated Edmonds.
Yo, you can find actual documentation fact of that on the show for the last
Probably.
like 3 years. Yeah.
Yeah. And I did not think he was a great linebacker. Yeah, he had the speed and he had the ability to cover, but he wasn't physical enough for me. He didn't do the things that I needed. And so when you get other guys to step up and do those things, I give this team all the credit in the world for finding the right pieces to put in the mix. And that's all they're doing is playing chess, and they're finding those pieces. And hopefully this off season and the draft will help them get what they need, and, these guys can recover from injuries, get Milano back. And, we get those guys back. The secondary, you get concerned with, but they have a little more freedom. They have a little more, range, and, you don't need that guy that's as physical, unless you got a man corner, we even with White, you lose that guy who's supposed to be your cover corner.
Yeah.
And, you just gotta, hey,
Oh,
see, already, I shouldn't have got him started. But yeah, but I have all the confidence in the world in this team in the direction that they're going, and I have faith in them, and I'm not jumping ship when they lose a game, when they lose 2, 3, 4 games. I still have faith in them because I know they can win, and it's about winning, more than on paper. Some games we may not win on the scoreboard, but you look at the little wins of where they improved, what they did that was different, and work on those things to get over that hump. And that's what's going to take them to that next level.
yeah, it's all these fine details. I mean, they're competitive for every season for the last 6 seasons. You can't be mad about that. And I really don't think we're in a bad spot right now. So, Mark, thanks again for joining us tonight. Justus, thank you so much for A, being such a great guy, B, putting us on the FamBase network, because we have had nothing but great times ever since we joined. And, we just love you, man. So what do you got for a final thought tonight?
I love you guys too. I mean, So having you guys a part of the family was one of the best decisions that we've ever made. So thank you guys for being so awesome. But I just want to kind of echo a Mark there. You take a look at the Bills, and just to put things into perspective, the Chiefs are technically the most successful 5 years team in a 5-year span in NFL history. So if you look at the Buffalo Bills, they are really the only team that is consistently competitive to this juggernaut of a dynasty.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, I remain steadfast in this because I've yet to be proven wrong. In my opinion, the only team in the league that can beat the Bills is the Bills. Okay.
100%.
And I mean, look, the Chiefs accomplished everything. I'm not taking anything away from them. I'm just saying that if you put those guys on their best day versus the Bills on their best day, the Buffalo Bills, in my opinion, are the best team in the National Football League.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that continues this year. And, you know, hopefully this is the year where we stop shooting ourselves in the foot and stop beating ourselves so much. There you go.
I like it. Well said, man. Jarrod Reed, which is right over here. Yeah, he's over here. It's weird with like these 5 cameras now, so I got to figure out which way I am now in the squares. Jerry, brother, clean video, clean audio, no glitches all night. Look at you,
all
bro.
Night.
Look at you.
Pristine.
What do you got for a final thought tonight, my man?
Made it through the whole show, guys. The laughter, the looseness that we have. This is a week-to-week thing, and I love it. You know, Mark got a long season. You're obviously, whenever you want to come back, you let us know. And Justice, the same thing. I want to come on next week. All right, you're getting there.
Hell
so,
yeah.
Love having you guys. Love talking to Scooter Magooter, and Swank. Glad we made it again through the whole show. Next week we actually have another special guest, Mr. Brad Lamb, Mr. 426. I think is going to be there, and Brad actually was in the same draft class as Mark. So Brad will be joining us next week. I can't wait to come back, talk more football with everybody, and absolutely love this. Go Bills.
Oh yeah, man! Look at that, short, decisive. Dude.
I was faster than Brad.
Mark ran a 4.5 as a linebacker. He's booking
4.46
on grass. Remember that
on grass. Yeah,
on grass. Yep. All right, next week we'll have video of Mark and Brad Lamb racing each other.
Currently or from the past?
right. So Swank, I'm guessing I'm next for the final thought, and I want to make it
I was
quick.
going to skip you, but if you want to jump, go ahead.
But I could talk fast. We got a lot of comments coming in about the draft. We will start talking about draft. We actually have Dean Kindig coming in from the Buff fan base, the draft guru. He'll be in the week before, and we'll break down the draft, what we think the Buffalo Bills are going to do. We do now currently have, we're going to start putting on polls out on our X, Twitter. I'll throw one out on Facebook. We want to know who you guys think the Bills should draft at 28. We'll go positional, and then we will actually create a draft profile with each one of those players. And so you guys can read up on it and see. Thanks, Mark. Yeah, definitely. Thanks to Mark. Thanks to Justus for joining us. But we'll have a lot more draft stuff coming up. It's the off season, so we like to talk about life, the Buffalo Bills, and where we are now. And guys, this is a great time. We're having amazing viewership right now, and it's because of you that are watching that we love doing this. We get excited about it. As you know, you've seen Swank on there telling us how many members. It's crazy to think in the comments coming in. That's why we do it. We love to hear your comments. We love to give you guys a voice here at 24/7 Buff Pandemonium, the K-Gun Report, as well as the fan base. And it's a beautiful thing. Don't forget to hit them up on X. They have almost 173,000 followers, and we have a lot of shows. We have a lot of info. We have a lot of stuff we'd like to share with you guys. So hit us up, join us, and let's continue to grow. Let's build the base. Build the base.
Ooh, that was
about to drop it.
That was almost so slick. Scooter, man, I love you, man. You did. That was great. That was great. You did a really great job.
Thanks, bro.
Guys, 28-41 right now. 28-41. Insane. Absolutely insane. Literally 1,300 more than we had at our record last week at the end of the show. Like this is nuts. So I want to say for my final thought, thank you guys so much, because this is your show as much as it's our show. We do this so that we can connect with like-minded Buffalo Bills fans that want to stay positive but be realistic, have fun, joke around. I don't know. We say it damn near every week. Like, enjoy this time. Enjoy where we are in this piece of Buffalo Bills history, because there was a long time where we weren't able to enjoy it. We had to reach to find things to hold on to. And we do it because it's our team and we love them so much, you know. But this is the time that you're going to tell your grandkids about. This is the time that Josh Allen's name is never going to fade from history, you know, and you're living that right now. So it's so important for me, and I think for everyone, to realize, like, through all the drama and the BS and Twitter and everything else that's going on, like, realize where you are and appreciate it, man, because there's going to be a day where Josh Allen's going to retire. There's going to be a day where the top slides down to the bottom, and you just really got to be in it, I think, in the moment to appreciate it, because we were down at the bottom for so long. Like that, like this is the time. This is absolutely the time to really, like, hold on to it and appreciate it. And there's no better place to do that than Buff FamBase and 24/7 Buff Pandemonium, man. Like, there's no better place to find great content, great follows, stay on top of stuff. A group of people that just love the Buffalo Bills, man. That's what we're about. So, like I said, go follow, go forth and prosper, and love your Buffalo Bills. And don't forget, you can catch us every Tuesday night right here, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for the K-Gun Report. You can catch us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitters, you know, everywhere. Really, literally everywhere. And in season, you can get us for Sunday sessions an hour and a half before kickoff. During games, it's me, it's Scott, it's RT, Ryan Thomas from the Thomas Take Sports podcast, also part of the Buff FamBase Network. I don't know, man. What the hell is left to say other than 28-85, crazy night, holy shit, go Bills.
Go Bills.
See you next Tuesday. Oh, I can't believe I said that. Go Bills.
Lame.
Brad Lamb's joining us. Go Bills.
Go